Warning, the following program has been rated R for results.
I am going to give you everything you need to know the difference between a stall, an objection, and a condition, and then I'm going to give you a process on how to handle those objections so that you are in control at all times. What Leader's Choice really does is it takes the greatest work ethic, the greatest customer service values, the greatest dialogue technique and process that's ever been taught in the sales business. And with all of this information, what it does is it allows our students to become self-empowered. Gee whiz, look at what time it is. Sweetie, we really have to pick the kids up at your mom's. I'll tell you what, Mark, we've got all the information with us on these houses. Let us go home tonight and talk about it, and we will give you a call back. Now let me ask you something. Without you knowing it, have you ever had the parking lot bailout routine pulled on you, yes or no? Yes. Oh, you have. Up to this point, I've taught you 10, maybe 11 different ways to prospect, but the key is the communication process. If you send something out, you got to follow it up. You got to follow that communication process. To book the appointment, you got to identify, introduce, ask, give your reason, ask again, move to an approach, offer them a fair trade, and close how many times? 3. Always 3.
And he said, "Can I ask you one question before I sign?" And I said, "Yes, go ahead." And he said, "Could you come down 2 points on the commission?" And I thought of Mark. I mean, it was like one of those things, you know, it's all flashing before you. And I looked at him and I went, "No."
You say, "Mr. and Mrs., these 7 bills represent the 7% commission." Let me explain to you how commission works. 1, 2, 3.5. So 3.5 goes to the other broker, leaves me 3.5. Out of this 3.5, 1 goes to my company, 1 goes towards marketing and promotion. Half we're going to send away to Washington in taxes, which leaves me 1% left to feed, house, and clothe my family. And you want me to give that to you? I think not.
I explained the commission scale, and I said, after it's all said and done, I'll get nothing. I said, there's another agent involved. And he said, "Oh, honey, I don't want you not to get a commission." And he signed the line.
I came in, as I know now, with the lowest recommendation of what a price should be and with the highest commission. Long story short, I sold myself, I sold the company, I used the process to get through everything. I felt so comfortable with the situation, and I credit the Mark Leader seminar for making that happen.
The husband said, "The only thing that'll keep us from listing the home with you tonight is if we can't agree on commission." And I ended up walking out with a 7.5% instead of 6.5% listing. And Mark, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
From the student being you, I need 100% commitment out of you for the next 9 weeks. I need you to roll up your sleeves, get in the trenches, go that extra mile. When Mr. or Mrs. Krankovich look at you and say, "Gee whiz, it's 11 o'clock," and you say, "Yeah, I was just thinking about that. You better put on a pot of strong coffee because I ain't leaving here till you sign this listing tonight."
I haven't had a listing. I'm a new agent. I knocked on the door, and she opened up, and we talked smart. We did everything what you said. So she says, "Well, let me go through the house." I says, No. We have to sit down. I have to ask you questions first." Just a cigarette. It's 3.5 hours. It's way past my bedtime. I am tired. I have to go to bed. And I says, well, and I remember Marcus says, I cannot leave this house until I have this listing. She says, Sigrid, you got the listing.
And from your trainer, which is me, I will give you 150% of me. And I will always be available for you, always. If you're working on a listing and you're having a hard time putting it together, I want you to feel comfortable to call me. If you're working with a buyer and you're real close but you can't seem to get it together, I want you to pick up the phone and call me. If you're feeling a little down or beat up a little bit and you just need a friend to talk to, I want you to pick up the phone and call me. Once you become part of the Mark Leader Courses family, we'll be there forever for you. We'll always just be a phone call away. And I can tell you that the trainers at Mark Leader Courses are the best of the best of the best in the industry. Each and every one of the trainers that work for me are not trainers because they couldn't do it, so they train it. These are trainers that actually did it. You know, they're successful salespeople, successful brokers, successful in their personal lives. Then we put them through probably the most rigorous growth program in any company within the speaking business. By the time they get in front of your salespeople, you will know that there is not a better trained speaker, trainer in the real estate industry. And you've got my personal guarantee on that.
I had 5 sales today, 5 sales this week. Two of them were birthday sales.
We retain your existing sales force. What I mean by that is that it's common fact that 70% of the people that enter the real estate business are out within 5 years. So we're going to retain the ones you've already spent thousands of dollars to recruit within your organization. We're going to teach your organization high priority activities, so you're going to lose less deals. But the third and foremost is that we're a profit center. Because, you know, when you take a sales company and you increase their productivity by 2, 3, some of them are as high as 400%, that's not an expense, that's a profit center. But think about this, $97 million in 7 days. Would it not be so cool to break 100? One of the things I've always believed in is always under-promise and over-deliver. All we need everybody to do this week is just do one more thing than you did last week. How many more? 1. How many more? 1. What's our goal for the week? 1. $100 million. Say it. 100 million. Yeah, here, do it like this. $100 million.
The figure, according to Price Waterhouse, 114 million, 777,333, a new all-time record. So Mark, thank you very much. You've done a great job for us.
If Jim is right, that this is the toughest real estate training program in the marketplace today, then each and every one of you have to turn to the neighbor beside you, give them a big hug, a pat on the back, a congratulations. Why? Because we made it. And now having the ability to go out and at any time in any city, anywhere in the world, know that you don't have to count on anybody else to feed, house, and clothe you, that makes life what? Great. Who's ready to make some more money? Give me a yeah, man. Yeah.